Today we have day number 8 of my little Pat McGrath Lab series that I'm currently running here on my channel. If you are new to the series or new to my channel, essentially I'm just creating a very simple everyday makeup look using one of my Pat McGrath Lab's motherships or another palette I own of hers. 14 in total. Today is day 8. Divine Rose 2. Just honestly one of the most prettiest color stories. They're all pretty color stories. I'm gonna stop saying that. Anyway, it's a pretty palette. We're gonna create a look with it. And essentially this series is to inspire you guys to bring out your very expensive palettes and use them on the everyday. So hopefully this all sounds interesting to you and you're enjoying the series so far. Let's do the YouTubey things. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and let's get into it. Okie dokie, Divine Rose 2 today. I can't believe we're already on day 8, but then like there's 14 palettes in total. This is my Rare Beauty eye primer, by the way. I'm just priming the lids. Yeah, it feels like we should nearly be over, but then I have 14 palettes in total, so there's a lot to go. Anyway, I'm filming this very early before work, and if you're wondering, I do have a cold. I do have a cold. It's felt like I didn't, in Australia right now, and probably globally, I would imagine, there's like a massive flu going around, like, and a bad flu, like influenza A, and everyone's getting like proper sick from influenza A, not COVID, influenza A. But I got a cold, and I don't feel dramatically sick. Like I can still kind of go about my everyday life. I don't feel dramatically sick, and I felt like I was getting better yesterday or the day before. No, yesterday. And then this morning I've woken up and I'm like sicker again, so I don't really know. It seems to just hang around. Anyway, as a side note, if a few of my videos I sound deeper, I do have a cold. Normally I have this little child voice. Anyway, side note, you don't care. Refer number 16, and I'm gonna dip into this shadow right here. I think it's called Shockwave, but I'm probably completely wrong about that off the top of my head. I'll do a halo eye today, I think. No, I'm gonna stick with the original plan. So all I'm doing is I'm just gonna start by really softly buffing this into the crease. Just softly. And I know if you're getting ready in the morning before work, especially if you're anything like me, half the time you're running late and you're trying to get 7 other thousand things done in the morning while you're trying to get out the door, and you want to kind of like pack on your eyeshadow and just quickly run off. And I'm just saying that if you do that with a pat palette especially, but any eyeshadow really, it's just gonna make you more stressed because it's not gonna blend quickly. So just take the extra 30 seconds and just use a light touch and softly build and softly blend, and it's just going to be quicker in the long run, I promise. If you have hooded eyes and you want to quickly blend, I find doing this like swirling motion like this, where it's like a squiggle and a swirl. A squiggle and a swirl is what I'm trying to say there. It kind of just does all the blending for you. Then if you feel like it still needs to be a little bit extra blended, just take like a clean blending brush that you have that has no color on it, and you can just like soften the edges, and it will just quickly blend it, and like that takes no time at all. Now this is where it's really choose your own adventure, because this might be deep enough for you. If it is, stop here. For me, my hooded eyes, I like to build up a little bit more dimension because otherwise my eyes tend to look a little bit too heavy throughout the day. So I like to build up a little bit more, but if you don't want to and you're like at the point where you're like, all right, this is already taking too long, you just skip this next step, okay? I'm gonna now dip into this little deep purple matte right here, and I am taking a Refer 14. I'm not taking a lot, I'm just really taking a small amount just to deepen and add a little bit of depth here. And I'm just really lightly popping that through the crease. See how you can barely even tell I've added the color? It's just because I'm pressing so lightly and I haven't picked up too much product. I can't remember if I said this at the start, by the way, but I am actually working today as well, so if you're wondering, this is exactly what I would wear to my work day. Let's take Pat Intensifiers. You don't have to use this. You could just wet your brush. You could use nothing. You could use concealer, glitter glue, whatever you've got handy. I do get a lot of questions asking if it's worth it, and I do personally think it is. just makes this step a lot easier for me personally. I'm just using my Refa number 2 and I'm just going to tap slightly. So just like literally just a couple of times into this shade right here. This is like a suspended glitter shade. So if you've done your base already and you don't want glitter fallout, or you find that, I find using the Intensify stick, I don't get any fallout throughout the day. But if you find even using a glitter glue or the Intensify stick, you still get fallout, you might want to actually wet your brush at this point as well. It will help a little bit. But I haven't done my base and I might get a little bit of fallout now, but once I put my base on, I won't get any more. So I'm just going to tap this because I just want it to be like a wet kind of glossy lid look. Look at it. I mean, you're not going to get the effect on camera. This is kind of like one of those ones where you need to be in like light, like real life lighting to see it, but it's pretty. And then if you want more opacity, you can get your finger and like kind of swipe a little bit. You'll get more fallout doing that, but it will definitely give you more opacity. Or like usually wetting the brush, to be fair, just as a side note, will give you more opacity of this shade as well. Oh, I like that. That is such a really pretty like wet glossy kind of looking lid. Look at that. Oh, I like it. I like it. I like it. We're gonna leave this here for now. We're not finished, but we are gonna leave this here for now. I'm gonna do the speed through of my base makeup so that you guys can see what I'm wearing on the rest of my face. And then we'll come back, do lower lash line and lips together. So just a jiffy. Base makeup is done. I feel like it's looking maybe a little bit flat. Maybe I need to touch more bronzer, but we'll see how we go. Anyway, let's just go into this shade. This is my Delium Tools 777 shader brush, and I'll run this just softly underneath here. Again, just go as dark and smoky as you like. You might not even want to put anything on the lower lash line. You might want to really smoke it out. You might want to deepen it up. You might want to go a bit more grungier. It's honestly just, the world is your oyster. It's just to, like, the purpose of me doing these videos is, one, because I bought the palettes too and they're expensive with my own money, so I want to get my use out of them. And two, it's to inspire you guys to bring them out, because I know a lot of you feel like, I've had a lot of feedback that, I've probably said this in every video, so sorry if I have. I'm just dipping a little bit into this one with a little pencil brush and just marrying it a little bit. But yeah, a lot of you guys have commented saying that you do kind of struggle to use these palettes on the everyday, and I would love to inspire you guys to use them on the everyday, because we need to get our use out of these, you know what I mean? They're expensive. Inner corner highlight. I always forget my inner corner highlight. Let's go into this shadow right here and just pop a little bit. I actually really like this look. I think it's turned out really pretty. I'm going to put some mascara on. I'm going to mix my Victoria Beckham Future Lash with my Lash Snack from Item Beauty. I always mix mascaras. You guys totally do not have to. I just have a lot like of mini mascaras in my collection at the moment, and I don't want like any of them to go to waste or anything, but I also want to try them at the same time. So a lot of the times you'll see me mix, you don't need to mix. But these are two tubey mascaras, and that's why I like to mix them together. And I do find mixing mascaras will often give me that real false lash vibe. So I'm going to do that, and then we'll come back and we will do lips. I'm going to take my favourite lip combo of the moment. So this is the Pat McGrath Labs Lip Liner in Contour. And then I'm going to take the Satin Allure lipstick in Nude Romantique 2. Oh, also, I forgot to say I put black Charlotte Tilbury in the top waterline and champagne in the bottom waterline. So that's everything. Everything will be linked in the description box like normal if you're wondering. So this is the finished look. Let's zoom you guys back so you can see it. And this is the finished makeup look using Divine Rose 2. What do we think? I really like how this look turned out. It is definitely like kind of a very soft, glossy glam eye. I'm into it. I'm into it. Anyway, let me know your thoughts down below. Do you like the look? Is it wearable? I feel like this was very quick and easy to achieve, so let me know. That's the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you are watching till this point, you're an absolute legend. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. If you haven't already, pretty please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe. It helps my channel out so, so much. I hope that you have an amazing day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you next time. Bye.